Hello. Just getting into the groove today. Hope everyone is doing well. Getting the God's Temple app up and going. Okay, now we're live everywhere. How's everybody? I hope that everyone is safe and well. After our divination yesterday, I hope with the magic of Bay that you were able to remain calm, grounded, centered, and present for the day, and not have fear or anxiety take you over. That can be hard these days, to not allow fear and anxiety to take over. So I hope that you were able to have a little respite from that yesterday, if that's something you're going through. For those who are holding it down on the East Coast with these storms, holy cow, I can't believe it. I'm a little jealous of the snow because our snow got all rained away yesterday. But I also know it's dangerous to be out and about. So if you're on the East Coast of the US battling all kinds of snow, well, then please, today, stay very safe. And everybody, I sure hope you're able to stay away from people and reduce your risk of COVID. I now have more people than I can count who have it actively. And it's, by all statistics, going to be worse. So please, please stay away from people, wear your mask, and take care of yourself. And think about our collective predicament. We all need a little safety. And everyone deserves a chance to keep their life. So even if you're not a high-risk person, please wear a mask, because other people around you might be high risk. And for the rest of us who are, mostly staying at home, or mostly working from home, or trying to keep away from other people, let's hold it down and do this purification. When the dear mother ascends the mountain, victorious in her splendor, she brings with her the elixir of the forest, with precious incense, fragrant and sweetly scented. The mountain is purified, the forest is purified, the waters are purified, the animals are purified, the deities are purified, the spirits are purified, the ancestors are purified, our lineage is purified, our homes are purified, our families are purified, our children are purified, our friends are all purified, my life force is purified, your life force is purified, obstacles removed, wounds are healed, good words are spoken. All around us is purified, is purified, is purified. Ooh, look at this beauty. Red Jasper is our stone today. Excellent stone for boundaries, life force, and health. Let's find out what the authors of this deck have to say. Lori Pollock and Juliana Bright. Find new angles for polarized views. Bring what's bugging you to the front of the line before it gets unruly. Lighten up, and that's lighten up. Rev up imagination to move more ideas into action. Find gainful employment for your animal magnetism. And our keywords for the Red Jasper are protecting, stabilizing, grounding, calming and soothing, attracting, replenishing, and dream enhancing. I have long worked with Red Jasper for setting up good earthly boundaries. So a lot of times we think we have good boundaries, in our heads, we think we've got good boundaries. But then when it comes to the moment, we feel like we can't exercise those boundaries. So maybe, like, here's recently a friend and I were just talking about this, how she was going to have her home inspected. She's selling her home, and her house inspector came over, and she was masked. Her family was masked. They had hand sanitizer. They were ready for the home inspector to come in. And he came in and he looked at them all in their masks, rolled his eyes, was extremely rude, and would not wear a mask, walked from room to room inside of their home, touching all the doorknobs, touching handles on cupboards, examining things and touching them, and would not use hand sanitizer, would not be observing safety protocols. And she basically felt really powerless because he was violating her boundary, but she felt like she couldn't say anything, because if he didn't, he already had showed disdain for the masks, and if he undervalued her home, it wouldn't sell for the price she was asking, and all, this cascade of problems would emerge. And so she felt like she had to, in that situation, go along with something that was against her boundaries because somebody else was in a position of power. And this is so common. A lot of us feel this way. We feel like we have boundaries, and in our heads, we're trying our best to hold them. But then situationally, when we feel disempowered, or when we feel anxious, afraid, scared, nervous, judged, then we don't feel like we can hold those boundaries. So Red Jasper helps us to hold our boundaries. Getting a bracelet or a little piece of Red Jasper you wear around your neck, or having a piece of Red Jasper in your pocket, or putting little pieces of Red Jasper around your home and gridding your home. These kinds of things will help you set and maintain boundaries. And not only will it help you set them and maintain them in your home, it will help you set them and maintain them in your body. We can't always predict what situations we're going to be in, where we, either as women, as people, in positions where we're dealing with those of more privilege than we have, we don't always know. Or sometimes just dealing with a group of people, we don't always feel like we can actually set, hold, and maintain our boundaries. So today, let's allow the shield of Red Jasper to come around us. Envision that you're at the center of a sphere of Red Jasper. And Red Jasper is such a beautiful stone. I don't know if you can see in the image, but it often has like these little crescent-shaped white lines that move through it. And those lines are actually inclusions of other types of stone, maybe a little vein of agate or something, quartz in there. But the overall effect makes the stone look like it's been sort of stretched, and like they're stretch marks. And I'd like to think that we can learn within the realm of our own boundaries when and how to stretch for the sake of our own survival, for the sake of maintaining the peace, for the sake of creating harmony, but that we don't break. So that's our short bit for today. If that's what you're here for, have a good one. Don't forget, tomorrow I will be back with no Guanyin practice. Tomorrow we're doing story time. We're going to read aloud tomorrow, Children of the Forest and Imogene's Antlers. Next week, I think I'm going to do it on Christmas Eve because Christmas Day, a lot of people will be busy in the morning. But next week on Christmas Eve, we will read The Witch's Christmas, which I'm excited to share with you. And now for those who are staying, let's do Guanyin practice. We'll start with 3 prostrations before the shrine. And let's take refuge. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention, a person, place, situation, or circumstance that will benefit from our practice today. And let's recite the Four Immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balance point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. And let's make our offerings. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering for Guanxi, she who hears cries of the world, mother of all. Omahung. 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 Reverently I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guanyin, remain until the end of samsaric existence, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. "108 recitations of Namo Guanxi Pusa in gratitude, in care, in kindness, and compassion for ourselves and all beings." Namo Guanxi Pusa, Namo Guanxi Pusa, Namo Guanxi Pusa, Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi in Pusa. 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 Teaching from Padmasambhava Guru Rinpoche. Whatever actions you engage in, do not do anything non-dharmic that fails to become the accumulation of merit and wisdom. Do not desire anything other than omniscient Buddhahood and benefiting sentient beings. Do not be attached to anything. Attachment itself is the root of bondage. Do not criticize other teachings and do not disparage people. All the teachings are ultimately indivisible, like the taste of salt. Do not criticize any of the higher or lower vehicles. They are identical in being the path to be journeyed, just like the steps on a staircase. You cannot know another person unless you can perceive with super knowledge, so do not criticize others. In general, all sentient beings are by their very nature spontaneously perfect Buddhas. They possess the essence of enlightenment. Do not examine other people's faults or delusions. Do not examine the limitations of others. Examine how you can change your own. Do not examine the shortcomings of others, but examine your own shortcomings. The greatest of evils is to hold religious prejudice and to criticize other people without knowing their mind. So give up prejudice as if it were poison. And now 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum for the benefit of all beings, all of those who carry within them that sacred Buddha nature, regardless of whether they act on it or not. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lama Dechen Yeshe Wangmo. Om Sosti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of Supreme Bliss Yeshe Wangmo be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings, so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guanyin in our hearts. Namo Guanxi and Pusa. And we close with a bow to Guanyin, bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher, and wishing everyone a good day of good boundaries, and remembering that you can cloak yourself in that shield of Red Jasper if you need a little bit more space. I will be back tomorrow with Yuletide tales. So excited. Bye.